Nice feel, this one. Like a Prestige. 40-Love.
Get for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came out the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Get for my wins.
Hey fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. Toalson is a relatively unknown Japanese brand of rackets and strings. The rackets are made in China, not Japan, like for Yonex, for example. That could be misunderstood at times, but they create some high quality products. That's what I can say from trying 3 different rackets now. The Sweet Area racket that I made a short video about, which is more of a training tool, and the Forty-Love now, which is kind of their blade style frame, their intermediate to advanced frame. And I've also been testing their S-Mach 310, but a review of that one to come later on. But this one is about the Toalson Forty-Love, and that's an interesting frame with specs that really take you back to the blade style frames, the most popular kind of advanced intermediate player frames today. The feeling is plush. It does really appeal to players who can create their own power. If you want a power frame, you should not look for this one. This is definitely for more, intermediate high level or too advanced, looking for control and nice feel, because this racket really offers great feel. And I can't really say much about the technology because it only has like flex counterparts written on the sides at 3 and 9. Don't really know what that means. If it's like a parameter weighting system from Wilson where you have extra weight on the sides, or if it's some other flex technology like a old flex point from Head, I don't know, but it does play really nicely, and that's really what matters in the end. But let's have a look at the specs. So 98 square inches, 305 grams on strung is 10.75 ounces. When I strung my racket with Toalson Aster Poly 125 at 22 kilos or 50 pounds, it was 325 grams strung. This is with an overgrip. The balance point is unstrung, 31.5 centimeters. Mine was 32 centimeters strung with an overgrip. That's 6 points head light. Beam width 22 millimeter, as I said. And stiffness, I've seen different listings, 64 RA unstrung or 61 with strings. I've also seen 66 and 63. So it does feel soft and plush on contact and doesn't give you any extra power really. The swing weight, 280 unstrung listed. Mine was pretty spot on at 313.5 strung. So you have to count that you add around 30 points depending on the thickness and the weight of the string from the unstrung listing. So the Toalson Forty-Love compares well to the Blade 98, to the Radical MP, the new one from Head. The specs align really well with a frame like the Diadem Elevate 98. So there are a lot of frames that kind of take you back. I also think that the feeling is close to the Prestige MP from 2019 that I'm using a lot of the time. So it has a really nice feel. I think that's the standout feature here. It doesn't give you really anything for free, and it's a little bit under spec when it comes to swing weight. I feel like it could have a bit more weight to it, maybe a 320 swing weight. But swing weights are going down, and it does give you a bit more room for customization and a bit of a whippier feel. And I've seen this with a lot of player frames now that, the Dunlop CX200 Tour is pretty low swing weight, and the blades now are lower in swing weight. You're seeing lower swing weights pretty much across the board for these kind of controlled frames. So it's giving you a little bit more room for customization, but if you don't like that stuff, I feel like they might be a bit too low for the target group that they're for. But overall, this racket played great. I really enjoyed how whippy it felt. I could generate some power with a faster stroke mechanic. If you have shorter strokes, or you don't have fast swing, I don't think you're going to be able to generate a lot with this, but you're going to get really nice slice, nice touch and feel. Very good on contact when you're at the net. You really feel like you can direct your volleys pretty much anywhere, and you have a really nice feel on the drop volley. On serves, you didn't get much for free. You have to work with the precision. You have to have a very good technique so you can actually utilize the maneuverability, so you can whip up some racket head speed, but you're not going to get a lot unless you customize this racket, which there's plenty of room for, I think. You know, add some 3-4 grams at 12 o'clock up in the hoop, maybe add a leather grip. You're getting up there to a more player-friendly spec, which a lot of players will enjoy. So lots to like with this frame. I really didn't find much to dislike. The string pattern does look a little bit weird, where the spacing of the center and the bottom crosses and the upper crosses, they look a bit strange. You can see that in some of the pictures. That's mainly a visual thing for me that I felt a little bit less attractive, but it doesn't take anything away from how the racket plays. Pretty low trajectory over the net, so it's not for you spin monsters, but I handed it over to Matthew, who plays with a pretty topspin oriented game, and he really enjoyed hitting with this frame. He felt like it offered good control, nice whippiness. He does feel like the Pure Aero VS that he plays in stock form is faster and more aerodynamic for his game, but he did really like this one, and he did play with the blade before, and he felt right at home with the Toalson. And yeah, it's the closest comparison I can get is the blade, the latest blades, and I really like them, so hence I really like this frame. I'm not sure I'm gonna, you know, use a frame like this, because I want a little bit more power these days generally. But if I would look for something that resembles the Prestige MP but has a little bit less weight, it would be between this one and the blade for me, because the feeling is very nice. When it comes to the Radical MP, I'm not so attracted by the feel as I am to the new blades, for example, with the lower stiffness. Kind of takes me back to the Angel K7 Lime with a little bit less weight. So definitely an interesting frame if you like the 1620 pattern, which I do. Think that's a great kind of hybrid pattern that works for many players. Gives you a little bit more open in the mains, a little bit more spin potential there, but still very tight in the crosses with the 20 crosses. So kind of an excellent spec, and something, if I design a racket, I would probably look into these types of specs myself at least a few years back. Maybe now I need to move to a 100 square inch racket to keep up with the younger guys I'm hitting with. But that's my personal take. If this is the kind of frame you're looking for, I can really recommend this one. It flies under the radar. People don't know about this brand a lot. You don't see it, but it's actually a nice brand. You can buy it from some distributors. You can check out their website. Just search in Google and you'll find it. We'll definitely see more of Toalson. They've been around for 20 years making rackets and strings. And from what I've tried from their products, I've been really happy with them. I did like this racket more than the S-Mac, which I will get to. Maybe that will grow on me with some string changes, but this one felt right at home straight from the get-go. So thumbs up for the Toalson Forty-Love. Great feel, nice comfort, whippy frame, room for customization, pretty much all there. So I really felt like this was a quality product that I can easily recommend to you, intermediate to advanced, looking for a controlled frame. That's about it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Please support me on patreon.com/tennisnerd or by buying something through my affiliates. The links are in the description. Also, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. Okay, that's it. Have a nice day. And don't forget to play some tennis.
Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in.